Magnus Carlsen is a tad confused. He's a legend of the sport, don't get me wrong, but I'm not quite sure which side of the fence he sits on when it comes to talent from India. I'll explain, but for that I need to set up the candidates tournament. It is the most prestigious chess event that features the best in the world. Sort of like a season-ending Masters in tennis, or what the Champions League did in cricket briefly before it was discontinued. The winners of the candidates tournament competes against the reigning world champion. The 8-player event is contested in both male and female categories. The participants are decided on their stellar year. The runner-up of previous World Championship match, top 3 finishers of the FIDE World Cup, top 2 finishers of the FIDE Grand Swiss tournament, and the winner of the FIDE circuit. Basically, only the best of the year to make it to the biggest stage. And the top contender in the men's list is Fabio Caruana. He is the only player other than Magnus Carlsen to enter the tournament with a 2,800 FIDE rating. And he has the experience to be here too. The 2024 edition will be his 5th straight representation. And of those 5, he has won 3 times. The second favorite on the list is Hikaru Nakamura. The 36-year-old is a 5-time US champion. And in the past 1 year, he has consistently featured in the top 5 every month. But amid the top contenders, the biggest talking point is the Indian contingent. Out of 8 players in the men's category, there are 3 Indians. This includes 18-year-old R. Pragyananda, 17-year-old Gukesh, and 29-year-old Vedit Gujarati, the most number of Indians at the candidates since the tournament began in 1950. Viswanathan Anand, of course, who is a 5-time world champion, was the only one from 1991 straight to 2013 who were featured in this candidates tournament. So clearly, this is massive. But the same Anand says he doesn't see an Indian winning big here.
The Indians are a long shot. If they can keep the tournament going, that's good enough. If a late opportunity presents itself, they can grab it. They should first settle into the tournament and try to play good games. Let the big decisions come later.
Anand isn't the only one saying this, and that's where we come back to what we started with. Magnus Carlsen, 5-time world champion who declined to compete at this event, has been rather torn about his love for India and Indians playing chess. He says that's, on the one hand, he says that's the future, the chess future, and on the other, he says this.
I do think the old guys are favourites this time, specifically Nakamura, Caruana and Nepomniachtchi. Nakamura and Caruana are the best and the most consistent players there. It would be surprising if Alireza wins, but if any of the other 4 win, it would be a shock.
Maybe it is the lack of experience, but we've seen a few of these youngsters shine, and although he isn't number 1, I'll put Pragyananda to lead this charge. He's had some outstanding victories, including 5 wins over Magnus Carlsen himself across all competitions. D. Gukesh is another teenager who's grabbing the headlines. Gukesh's rating has improved from 2,563, that was back in 2021, to 2,747, close to 2,800 this year. Gukesh is also the 2023 FIDE circuit winner. And among few others, they will come up against the likes of world champion Ian Nepomniachtchi, who will be a hard one to get past. But the Indian camp is quietly confident.
Our chess players have been doing well for the last few decades. It has been getting better and better with each year, with players raising the bar for the subsequent generation. It has all been leading up to this point. Suddenly, we have a few youngsters who have been racing upwards at a breakneck speed. Right now, India is probably the fastest growing nation in the world in chess. Almost everyone in the sport agrees the future of chess is with India.
It isn't just the men's category here that is grabbing all the eyeballs. The women's contingent too has 2 Indians, which includes Pragyananda's sister, 20-year-old R. Vaishali, and 36-year-old Koneru Hampi. This is in fact the first brother-sister pair to feature in the tournament history. So that is history in the making, but let's not discard Koneru Hampi's challenge here just yet. She's a former world rapid champion and has made it to the tournament because of her rating. But the big bets would be on Russia's Alexander Goryachinka and Katerina Lagno, who have the top billing in this draw. Chess is a slow burn, much like some of those movies that are slow to start but ensure a rousing finish. So do stay on to see who will come out of this big fight, and who knows, some of us may just be surprised.